not a hero in the romantic register, but the effect of a historical arrangement, an emergence at the intersection of law, violence, and the disciplined body. In the Transkei, under a narrow sky and a narrower curriculum, the child does not receive dignity. He learns the protocols by which bodies are classified, surveilled, and distributed. To refuse is not merely moral, it is a tactical reconfiguration of the relation between subject and rule. Books function here, not as ornaments, but as instruments, small technologies for unlearning obedience, so that the boy steps from classroom to crucible, where a name becomes a password and courage a praxis of counter-conduct. The underground is not a place, it is a dispositif, a mesh of secrecy, training, rumor, and resolve, through which bodies are reshaped for struggle. Umkhonto with Sizwe does not offer transcendence. It manufactures a new discipline, a counter-militarity in which patience, tactics, and silence are the ethics of survival. Hani's ascent is not explained by charisma, but by regimen, the slow pedagogy of the camp, the economy of words before action, the primacy of strategy over sentiment. Love in this economy is not softness. It is the armor that binds the fragile to the necessary, the injunction to protect the poor, to organize anger so it does not decay into theater, to refuse the counterfeit freedom of ungoverned fury. By the early 1990s, a different discourse takes the stage, not the glory of negation, but the craft of construction. Hani speaks a language in which peace is not passivity, but an architecture with teeth, a refusal to romanticize chaos, and an insistence that the city to be lived must first be drawn, brick by careful brick. Here the crowd does not worship, it rehearses citizenship, learning the difficult grammar by which violence is disarmed without forgetting who armed it. Then Dawn Park, the punctuality of death at a driveway. An assassin steps from shadow and converts a household into a headline. Such events are never singular. They are condensations where fantasies of racial sovereignty, the remains of colonial policing, and the paranoid appetites of reaction crystallize in gunfire. The intention is clear: to unbind the tenuous fabric, to return politics to the street where grief is most easily instrumentalized. Yet the crowd does not dissolve into the script assigned to it. Grief organizes itself. Silence becomes deliberation. The call goes out. This killing must not dictate the future. In that refusal, the sequence of events, the fragile teleology toward 1994, holds. What Hani's enemies constructed, inadvertently, is a monument without stone, a protocol of memory. He does not remain as statue or slogan, but as a method, courage regulated by discipline, reconciliation that does not require amnesia, the nocturnal promise that we will not turn upon one another, but toward the unfinished labor of freedom. To remember Hani is not to indulge nostalgia. It is to accept a contract in the present tense, at the taxi rank and the payslip, in the clinic queue and the classroom light, where democracy ceases to be a ceremony and becomes a practice, repeated, corrected, and defended.